Today, it is my job to teach you about our Spanish adjectives right after this. Hola amigos, and welcome back to the Spanish Doctor, here to cure all your Spanish ills. Soy Ricardo. Listen to me speak in Spanish first, pause, repeat after me, read along down below. Mi familia es grande. Mis parientes son de México, Perú y Estados Unidos. Mis hermanos están en California. Nuestros padres están en California también. ¿De dónde es tu familia? ¿Son tus padres de Estados Unidos? La familia de Frida Kahlo es fascinante. Su padre es de Alemania. Su madre es de México. Frida es una artista famosa. Diego, su esposo, es otro artista famoso. Sus casas son famosas también. Las casas de Frida y Diego están en la Ciudad de México. Sus casas están en la misma propiedad. La casa de Frida es azul. Su casa es más pequeña. La casa de Diego es blanca y roja. Su casa es más grande. Otra casa de Frida y Diego es la casa azul. Su casa ahora es un museo, el Museo Frida Kahlo. Possessive adjectives in Spanish start off sounding really easy, and then they get a little difficult. For example, mi libro, that's my book. Simple. Tu libro, your book. This is easy. What if you have more than one book? Mis libros. Still easy. Tus libros. Where's the difficult part coming? All right. So now, up till now, we've had singular, plural. Now, what if we want to talk about our books? Nuestros libros. What if we only have one book? Nuestro libro. What if we have one pizza? Nuestra pizza. If we have two pizzas? Nuestras pizzas. Nuestro can change according to gender and number, and nuestro looks very much like vuestro. Vuestro, of course, you would use in Spain. This is when you were talking to more than one person informally. Vuestro libro, vuestra pizza, vuestros libros, vuestras pizzas. The gender is only going to be important with nuestro and vuestro. All of the possessive adjectives are going to have number. Now you might think, well, that's still not too difficult. Okay, well then let's look at su. If I say su libro, it could be a book that belongs to him, or it belongs to her, or to you, formal, usted. It could belong to them, just guys, or men and women, a combination, or for them, all the women, or it could be for ustedes, formal or informal. Any one of those combinations could have that one book. Now, of course, you should definitely pay attention to the context when using something like su or when hearing something like su. Look around. Who is the person pointing to? Who are they giving an object to? Who do they appear to be talking about? It's not always so difficult. Of course, it'll be more difficult if you have to decide what to say in the spur of the moment. Keep the following in mind. The person that we're talking about determines whether we use me, tú, su, N-U-E-S-T-R, or V-U-E-S-T-R. The item that belongs to the person, or whatever it is that is being possessed by that person, that determines if you need to add anything more to the possessive adjectives I just mentioned. So for me, tú, and su, a plural object would make you add an S to the possessive adjectives. For N-U-E-S-T-R and V-U-E-S-T-R, the object that you are naming, or it could be a person that you were talking about, the noun, that's going to determine whether you add O, OS, A, or AS to nuestro, vuestro. Let's look at su in more detail. In the dialogue, I told you that las casas de Frida y Diego están en la Ciudad de México. Sus casas están en la misma propiedad. I also showed you a picture of what those two houses look like. So, we're talking about Frida and Diego, third person, plural. We're talking about other people, third person. It's not first person, it's not me, it's not you, it's not we, it's not all of you in front of me. We're talking about other people. So we have to choose su. We're talking about a plural thing that they own, or plural things, casas. So we use the people involved to get su. We get that far. Then we decide if we add an S or not based on the thing or things that they own. So they're plural items, sus casas. I also told you about another of their houses. Otra casa de Frida y Diego es la casa azul. Ahora su casa es un museo, el Museo Frida Kahlo. I'm talking about two people, so I chose su. They own one house that I'm talking about in this example, and that's the casa azul. So it is su casa. Su has to be singular because I am talking about a singular noun, su casa. The fact that two people own this house does not allow me to change the ending of su. The ending of su, whatever goes beyond the u, is affected by the thing that is owned. In this case, the house. In this case, I don't need to add anything else. La casa azul, su casa. The other houses, las casas de Frida y Diego, sus casas. More than one house. One more thing that I like to say about possessives in general is that in Spanish, we do not use apostrophe S. So if I'm talking about my friend's phone, I will say el teléfono de Juan. I would never ever say Juan's teléfono. That doesn't work in Spanish. We have to say it a longer way. El teléfono de Juan. We say the item first, we use de, and then we say the owner's name. If the person has a title, you could say something like el teléfono del profesor, el teléfono de la doctora. You would use de and el when those combine, you have a contraction, del, or you would use de and la, no contraction. Bueno amigos, muchas gracias and thank you for joining me in another episode of The Spanish Doctor. Tell me about something that belongs to you down in the comments below. Suscríbete, échame un me gusta y nos vemos. Adiós.